First sign in screen text, continue button row 6 of play with main menu screen, new feed, fearless, new piglin planner. These tall, lanky piglins use the disruptive noises. New feature, new custom game option, verse campaign, select game, new game will select game 1, 3, 2, 1 of 2 of loading. Online connection lost. Loading.
Hello!
I hope you're feeling okay. That kind of trip always upsets my stomach.
Thank you for having the courage to come. I am Foresight.
I'm Action.
And I'm Knowledge.
I wish we had met under different circumstances, but this world is under attack, and we need your help. Foul creatures known as the Piglins have emerged from their fiery home, and they mean to conquer this peaceful land and all the creatures that live here.
We need your help to make sure that doesn't happen. But don't worry, you won't be alone.
Behold, I always wanted to say that. We present to you
Gifts!
with the right melodies from this loot. The LAs will gather your resources, keep them safe for you, and build whatever you need.
Within this case burn the flames of creation. The flames will call upon friends to fight by your side. These golems helped us shape the overworld, and now they will help you defend it.
And last, but not least, this is the banner of courage. Raise it high, and this world will rise to your aid.
The Piglins' hunger is insatiable. They already have a foothold in the overworld, and if they are not stopped, they will devour everything.
We didn't prepare the creatures of our world for this day, but we believe you can.
That's why we called upon you. If there is any hope, it's you.
Hello?
We don't have much time, but just enough to show you a thing or two about these tools. There's no telling what you'll face in the overworld now that the Piglins are here. So the sooner you master these tools, the better. Head over to Action and we'll get started.
Great! Now let's get to work.
The overworld is filled with resources you can gather to help you fight the piglins. And that's where the LAs come in. Play the right melody on your lute, and they'll gather anything for you.
Let's start by playing the melody to gather wood.
Resourcing hotbar selected. Use down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change. Gather with selected melody. 1 of 1. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather with up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will
Make your
right
way to where action is and use your loot to gather some stone.
Gather with up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button.
Nice work!
I will build
Let's
right
do that
directional
again.
button.
This
Think
time,
ask
play the
to
melody
build.
for gathering stone.
Gather wood. Gather stone selected melody 2 up to use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional
Now you've got the resources
button.
you
Think
need.
ask to
That's
build.
step 1.
Gather
Step
stone up
2 is playing the
directional
melody
button. Send
that will
yes to team
inspire
down
the LAs to
directional
build
button.
what you
Send
need.
no to team
Hey,
left directional
build some
button.
stairs
Think
so you
I
can
will
come and
build
join
right
me out here.
directional button. Think ask to build. Gather stone up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional button. Think ask to build. Gather stone up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional button. Think ask to build. Ramp up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button.
You know
Send
the
no to
platforms
team
the
left
LAs built can be
directional
used as
button.
stairs
Think
too.
I will build
It
right
just depends on how
directional
you look at
button.
it.
Think ask to build. Ramp up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional
Well
button.
done.
Think ask to
Stairs are
build.
going to save you a
Ramp
lot of time out there.
You'll use flames of creation to call your friends to battle. Lapis will keep these
Ramp up
flames burning
directional
bright.
button. Send yes
Take
to
some
team
from my
down
chest to play a
directional
spawner
button.
melody.
Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional button. Think ask to build. Ramp up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional button. Think ask to build. Ramp up directional button. Send yes to team down directional button. Send no to team left directional button. Think I will build right directional button. Think ask to build.
Thank you again for your courage. We are honored to have you as an ally.
We'll be with you every step of the way.
Loading. Loading. Load. Loading. 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 Resourcing hotbar selected. Use down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change. Gather with selected melody 1 up to use L1 R1 to navigate.
Welcome to our world. We would love to introduce you properly, but a village needs your help. Please, go to them.
Gather stone selected
I've
melody
marked the
2
village
up to
that's
use
under
L1
attack
R1 to
on
navigate.
the compass
Gather
and in the
stone
world
up
for you,
directional
so you can
button,
easily
send
find
yes to
it.
team down
I'll also
directional
mark
button,
areas
send
where you'll
no to
need
team
it
left
with a beacon of
directional
light
button,
to help you
I will
navigate
build
to
right
them better.
directional button, think ask to build. Gather stone up directional button, send yes to team down directional button, send no to team left directional button.
We've provided
I
you
will
with some
build right
starting
directional
resources,
button,
but remember
ask
that the
to
LAs
build.
can gather more for you
Gather
while you
with.
make your way.
Busy-lays or happy-lays?
Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Structure hotbar selected, use up. Directional button down. Directional button right. Directional button to change ramp selected. Melody 1 of 5, use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone selected. Melody 2 of 2, use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone. Gather wood selected. Melody 1 of 2, use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Gather stone. Gather stone up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Gather stone. Arrow tower up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Arrow tower up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Arrow tower up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Gate. Extendable wall selected. Melody 2 of 5, use L1 R1 to navigate. Extendable wall up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Extendable wall up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Extendable wall. Extendable wall up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Extendable ramp and affordable selected. Melody 1 of 5, use L1 R1 to navigate. Carpenter hot up. Directional button, send yes to team down. Directional button, send no to team left. Directional button, think I will build right. Directional button, think ask to build. Gate. Summons hotbar selected, use up. Directional button left. Directional button right. Directional button to change flank. Golem spawner and affordable selected. Melody 1 of 2, use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather stone. Gather wood selected. Melody 1 of 2, use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather wood. Underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected, use up. Directional button down. Directional button left. Directional button right. Directional button to change all mobs selected. Melody 1 of 6, use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected, use up. Directional button down. Directional button left. Directional button right. Directional button to change all mobs selected. Melody 1 of 6, use L1 R1 to navigate. Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected, use up. Directional button down. Directional button left. Directional button right. Directional button to change all mobs selected. Melody 1 of 6, use L1 R1 to navigate. Extendable. Toolbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected, use up. Directional button down. Directional button left. Directional button right. Directional button to change all mobs selected. Melody 1 of 6, use L1 R1 to navigate. Ramp and affordable selected. Melody 1 of 5, use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected, use up. Directional men for 9R10. World map. Triangle button, place marker default.
The witches are defending their village, but they could use your help. We've given you a compass and a map. Use them both to make sure you're always going in the right direction. Take a look at your map now and locate the village that needs your help.
World map.
This village is under attack. Go to them.
Toolbar unit direct _ frontline _ category name hotbar selected. Use up directional button, down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change melee map selected. Melody 2 of 6. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure. World map. Triangle
These
button
villagers
place
need your
marker
help.
defend. For 9 hours. Extendable and affordable selected. Melody 2 of 5. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Gate and affordable selected. Melody 3
That's
of
the
5.
village!
Use L1
Get
R1
over
to
there
navigate.
quickly! Oh no!
Those little pink monsters must be stopped. Don't forget, build spawners to summon allies to fight by your side.
The immediate danger is over, but the
Arrow
village is
tower
devastated.
selected. Melody 4 of
The
5. Use
piglins have
L1
ruined
R1
the
to
fountain.
navigate.
A carpenter hut will
Carpenter
repair
hut,
nearby
directional buttons,
structures.
and yes,
Get
to
your
team
legs
down
to work
directional
building one
buttons,
for
and
you.
note to team left directional buttons. I will build right directional buttons.
That's a
and
perfect
ask to
spot.
build.
The carpenter hut will have the fountain flowing again in no time.
Arrow tower and affordable selected. Melody 4 of 5. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather wood. Gather stone selected. Melody 2 of 2. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Gather wood selected. Melody 1 of 2. Use L1 R1 to navigate. World map. Triangle button place marker.
What a relief! The water flows again.
The piglins are rallying on the outskirts of the village. I think another attack is on the way. Better build up some defenses while there's still time.
World map.
When fountains are active, their waters flow together with the waters of the Well of Fate.
Gather wood up
You
directional
can use them
buttons
to
and
quickly
yes,
travel
team
between
down
the two.
directional buttons and note to team left directional button. I will build
Arrow
right
towers will work
directional
well to
button,
defend this
ask
village.
to build. Arrow tower up directional buttons and yes to team down directional buttons and note to team left directional button. I will build right directional button. Ask to build. Arrow tower. Gate and affordable selected. Melody 3 of 5. Use L1 R1 for 9 hour 10 says. I will build arrow tower requires 35 wood and 35 stone. Arrow tower. World map. Arrow tower up directional buttons and yes to team down directional buttons and no to team left directional button. I will build right directional button. Ask to build. Arrow tower. hotbar unit direct underscore frontline underscore category name hotbar selected. Use up directional button, down directional button, left directional button, right directional button to change cobblestone golem selected. Melody 3 of 6. Use L1 R1 to navigate. Structure hotbar selected. Use up directional button, down directional button, right directional button to change arrow tower selected. Melody 4 of 5. Use L1 R1 to navigate. World map. Triangle button, place marker, defend. Arrow tower up, directional button, send yes to team, down directional button, send no
The
to team,
piglins are
left
here.
directional button,
Brace
think
yourself,
I will
hero.
go right directional button, think F to build. Arrow tower up, directional button, send yes to team, down directional button, send no to team, left directional button, think I will go right directional button, think F to build. Arrow tower up,
The piglins will attack from all sides, so be sure to check your compass to see where they're coming from.
Left directional button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Arrow tower up, directional button, send yes to team,
The
down
piglins are
directional
close.
button, send
Don't
no
forget,
to team,
your
left
golem friends want to help
directional
too.
button, I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Carpenter hot up directional button, send yes to team, down directional button, send
The piglins are trying to destroy the fountain.
Button, think I will build right directional button, think ask to build. Ram.
Don't forget you've got plank golems. They'll do great against mace runs.
The attack is over, but some piglins remain.
Protect the fountain. It's everything to the villagers.